Hello, Steve here, and in this video I want to cover how to place trades on Nadex in the sell direction or sell a particular Nadex contract. Again, if you're used to scammy brokers, you can sell on a scammy broker, but you're getting 70-75% return if it wins, and then also the fact that you can't do out of the money contracts or in the money contracts. So we're going to walk you through that a bit in this video, so stay tuned. So here at Nadex, if you log in and let's say you find a particular trade you want to place, we're going to, in this particular video, we're going to use the indices and the US 500. So we're going to look at indices binaries, click on that, US 500, and then we'll go to, in this example, 11 to 1 p.m. So the way to look at Nadex is, so this trade will close in 1 hour and 7 minutes. The way to look at Nadex is to read this particular statement. So this statement says the US 500, which again is the S&P 500 futures, the December contract, will be greater than 2193.7. So that is a statement that says the US 500 or the S&P 500 will be greater than 2193.7. Now the question is, do you agree with that statement or don't you? So in this video we're going to talk about you disagreeing with that statement. If you agree with that statement, that it's going to be greater, then you would be buying. If you disagree with that statement or you think that statement is false, you would want to be selling. So really that's that simple. It may be confusing from the start, but if you really take a time the week just to trade random trades here on Nadex, you'll get it down fairly quickly. So again, we're going to be selling. So in this video, so I'm looking at the US 500, S&P 500 December contract greater than 2193.7. I'm going to say that's not going to happen. And currently the market is at 2193.75. So currently it is above that number. So if the market closed right now and I sold it, I would be wrong and I would lose my trade. Again, this is not based on any strategy or anything. This is strictly based on just picking a random trade for this example. So again, I'm going to be selling. I don't think this statement is true. I think it's 2193 is not going to happen, so I'm going to sell this contract. So you want to hit the bid side or the red side and click on that. And this is basically right at the money, just a little bit out of the money. So this is going to cost us in that, $45 to $55, $60 range. So it automatically puts the sell position in there. It's a limit order. I like limit orders, and then the size I can just put 1 or however many you want to do. The price here is 51.75. We're going to actually move that up to where the market is right now. And you can see, excuse me, 55. You can see that if I got filled at 55, it's actually costing me 45. So since this trade is actually out of the money, the market is, since I'm selling it, the market is actually above this number by 0.7 of a point. I'm actually out of the money since I'm trading this trade. So it's going to cost me only $45 for this trade, even though it says 55 there. You got to remember the easiest way to look at sells, and sometimes it confuses people, is the binary option is always going to close at $100 if you win and $0 if you lose. So these two numbers is really what you need to look at, the max loss and the max profit. The max loss is the dollar amount that they're going to take out of your account if your trade is filled. So in this case, they would take $45 out of my account. My max profit is how much I would win if the trade finished in the money for me, and that's how much they would put into my account. So they'd actually put $100 in my account, but $55 of that is profit. So if I change this number to say 20, you will see my max loss is 80. So I'm actually paying $80 for that trade, and my max profit is only $20. So that's the easy, the shortcut kind of way to do it, rather than kind of doing the numbers and so forth. Just take a look at the max loss and so forth. So I'm going to go ahead and place this trade. So again, it's a sell trade. I'm going to hit place order. And you can see I got filled right away. I actually got, even though I had $55 in there, I actually got filled at $55.75, which actually means, I paid $44.25 for it. So that trade is, right now it's out of the money. So the market closed right now. I would lose this trade because it's $21.94 and change, and I'm saying that it's not going to be more than $21.93. So whenever you have a -1 there, that means you sold the position, and it also means you do not think this statement is true. And then anytime you have a plus position, it means you think this statement on the left is true. And then the profit loss and position value are self-explanatory there. So that is how to place a sell trade. Now I'm going to show you a couple of other ways to place sell trades also, trading far in the money and far out of the money. So again, say I think the market is going to go down, but I don't know how much. I don't think it's going to go up for sure, but I don't know how much it'll go down. So maybe I'll be wrong, but I don't think it's going to go up very much. So what I could do is I could take look at this one, the 21.95, and say, okay, I for sure don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to get up to 21.95 by 1 o'clock. So I'm going to sell the or click on the bid, the 29.50 here. A ticket will pop up here, and I will sell this position. This will cost me right around $70 in this case. $70.50 right now if I hit this button. So again, $70.50 cost, $29.50 of profit. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and it ended up in my working order because the market moved a little bit. So I am going to go ahead and click on the working order again, just so I can get filled here for this particular video. If I change it to say $25, you can see my max loss is 75 and my max profit is 25. And the market just moved again, but let's see if I got filled here. So there it is. It got filled at $25, which means I paid $75 for it. So so anytime, again, when you see a sell position or a minus sign here, that means the average price means how much you're actually going to win if that trade comes through. So in this case, I would win $25. In this case, I would win $55. Now, if it has a plus sign, it means you bought it. This is actually how much it cost you. So this cost me $25.75. This cost me $79.50. So, but again, all those things are going to equal 100. So in this case, I bought it for 79. I'm actually going to get $20.50 if I win. Here, I bought it for or sold it for 75, and if it wins, I'm going to win $25 of profit. So that is an out of the money contract, or yes, so that is an in the money contract, excuse me. So that was in the money. So when I traded it, it was roughly around 21.94. Currently it's down to 21.93 and change, so it's moved farther in the direction that I wanted to go. But let's say that it didn't. Let's say it went up to 24 or 21.95 and closed at 21.95. So I would have been wrong by 1 point on the S&P. I thought it was going to go down, but it didn't. It actually went up 1 point, but it did not go up all the way to 21.95.2. It only went up to 21.95, period. I would still win that trade. So I would win that trade. So that's why I'm paying a premium for it, because I was in the money for it. So in that particular case, I paid the premium, but I had some wiggle room to be wrong a little bit in that particular case. So that is trading a far in the money contract, or selling a far in the money contract at Nadex. Next, I'm going to show you trading a far out of the money contract at Nadex as well. So what this is the market's again at 2193.71. I am going to say, okay, I think the market is going to tank, and it's going to go down, but I don't want to pay a whole lot of money for it in case I'm wrong. So 2192, I think that's a false statement. It's not going to close above 2192.2. So I'm going to click again on the bid side on that particular trade. Again, the ticket will pop up. I can hit size of 1, and you can see here it's going to cost me $32. My max profit is $67 or so. Let's see if I get filled on that. I did get filled on that. I got filled at 67.50, so that's how much I would actually win if I won the trade. I actually paid $32.50 for that. So in this case, if the market does go down to below 2192, if this statement becomes a false statement, where it does not close above 2192, I'm going to win about 200% on my money. And you can see since I've done some of these trades on the S&P, some of them are in the money. So for example, this sell position where it was slightly out of the money, I paid about $45 for it. It was 7/10 out of the money or so. Now this particular trade is about 8/10 in the money. So let's say I want to get out of that trade. I'm like, whoa, the market's really moving fast. I thought it would be right, but it's moving too fast, or something changed, or whatever. Or I just want to lock in the $20 of profit. How to exit that so you don't have to wait until 1 p.m. So I have 55 minutes left in this particular trades, but I don't have to wait. So if I wanted to exit the trade early, I can. Now you're not going to get the full payout for exiting early, even if you are correct, but you are going to get some profits. So in this case, again, I paid $45 for it, and the profit right now is $17, $20, and the position value is that. So if I want to get out, I click on the actual line here, the 2193.7. I click on that. The ticket will pop up, and it will pop up in the opposite direction that you did it. So since we sold this position, you can see the blue, or the buy, is highlighted, and you can see that the price is what it was when I clicked on the button. So again, I can hit place order, and you will see that order is done. I am out of that particular trade, and I made $20 or whatever the profit was. And you can check my account section and history to see exactly what your fill was. That's one way to trade it. So you can exit it early that way. Another way to trade it is just let it go, wait until 1 o'clock close. And then lastly, you can also put a working order in. So say you're like, this is really great. I paid only $33 for this. 200% is great if it wins, but I'm not 100% sure that it's going to stay below the 2192. I think for sure it's going to get to that area, but I don't know if it'll stay there. So I want to take some profit. So again, click on the particular line there. Again, the ticket will pop up. It'll pop up in the opposite direction. So again, in this case, a buy. And I can say I'm willing to buy this contract for $40. So, and then hit place order. And you will see in my working orders that I am willing to buy this particular contract for $40. It's currently at $58, so I'm up by about $9 on this particular thing. But if it does fall to $40, this particular contract would exit, and I would get the difference there, and make $25 or something like that. on that particular trade. So that is how to sell a contract on Nadex. Again, take your time with this. Do a lot of demo trades. This tends to be the sticking point with most first-time clients, is how to sell it because of the different ways that Nadex kind of presents it. But just do random trades. This is what the demo account is for. Just random trades to get you to understand exactly how it works. Binary options is really simple in the sense that it's going to close at $100 profit or $100. The contract will close at $100 or it'll close at zero. And then it just depends on how much you're paying for it. How much are you willing to pay for it? And again, those things are all listed there on the ticket. So this ticket will pop up. Again, the max loss is there. So, and again, if you add multiple contracts, it's going to continue to add those numbers. So so at one contract, that's going to cost me $68, but if I had 10 contracts in there, that's going to cost me $680. So so keep that in mind. That's really the cheat sheet to do for Nadex, is kind of watching the max loss, max profit. That's how much they're going to take out of your account once you place that trade. That's how much how much profit potential that you have for that particular trade. So hopefully this was helpful. Please contact me if you do have any questions. You can take a look at one of my free systems that performs very well, has a great historical win rate over the last 10 years at MrBinaryOptions.com/free, and or drop me a message here on YouTube, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.